Good morning. I am Wang. As I am overseas now, I would like to present my research topic in the form of this video. I apologize for any inconvenience caused. My topic of final year project is waste to energy using gasifier. After reading the references given to me and doing some research, I have come out with the primary plan of my research. There are totally three main parts of the research plan. They are gathering of information needed for the research, conduct experiment following the proposed experimental procedure, finally doing some economical evaluations to test whether this topic is economically profitable or feasible or not. The three main parts follows this sequence, namely the gathering information is the first step, following by the conducting of experiments and finally economical evaluations. But it is still possible that I found something not clear during the experiment period and I have to stop the experiment a few days to do some extra research. And now I would like to present the detailed plans in each part of the research plan. Firstly is gathering of information. And now I am currently halfway through this step. More research is needed to get the necessary information. In my opinion, the key information in this research topic is as the following: the information about the waste, the information about the gasifier, and the information about waste to energy technology, in short form WTE. For information of the waste, I think in order to do this research, I have to know the main types of the waste, which are mainly municipal solid waste, in short form MSW, commercial and industrial waste, in short form CIW, and the construction and the demolition waste, in short form CDW. The ideal waste to undergo waste to energy conversion is also essential to know. After reading the references, I know that the ideal waste to get the energy is a waste with high calorific value, low moisture content, low inorganic content, low contents of sulfur, nitrogen, and chlorine, low volatile components, and so on. And another key information about waste is the average quantity of different kinds of waste produced by one person in a city in a day or in a year. This information is still not available, and I plan to use Singapore as a sample city to gather this piece of information. And for the information about the gasifier, I think the key information is the basic operation knowledge of the gasifier we are going to use in this experiment, the main safety issues, which involves the risk assessment I am still doing now, and the lab contact when I will be doing the experiment next month, the efficiency of the gasifier itself, and the scale-up possibility of the gasifier. And the final two main points, which are the efficiency of the gasifier and the scale-up possibility of the gasifier, are yet to be checked out. And for the information of the WTE technology, I think the key information is a brief history of this technology, the main types of the WTE technology, and the type of the technology this research will be focusing, which is WTE using gasifier. And finally, some pros and cons of WTE technology. So these are the key informations needed, and some of them still need some more research to find out. After gathering of key information, experiment can be conducted based on the information gathered. This is the experiment procedure I propose based on the information gathered so far. Before conducting of experiment, it is necessary to gather the waste used for this experiment, and this step I have to discuss with my partner before the starting of the actual experiment. And for the experiment itself, Firstly is the testing of waste component and the research for some necessary physical properties of the waste. Some key properties of the waste, in my opinion, are elemental compositions, lower heating values, ash contents and the compositions, moisture contents, volatile metal contents, and other contaminants in the waste. Then, based on the main components of the waste, suggest some possible main reactions that could happen in the gasifier. After that, group the waste based on where they come from, carbon contents, metal contents, moisture contents, and some other possible parameters. Carry out the gasification for each different groups of the waste and see which one or ones of the parameters are the most important by analyzing the ash and slug components, electricity produced, and so on. Finally, we will use the simulation software called Fluent to build a mathematical model. After the experiment, some evaluations are needed. If the research is successful, economical evaluations will be carried out. Firstly is to calculate the electricity potential for WT using gasifier. Then calculate the economical potential for WT using gasifier. And there's a model called supply cost model, and I plan to use this model to calculate the WT using gasifier in Singapore, especially. Then carry out some research to find out other costs in the WT, like dealing with exhausted gases and ash. Then finally compare the price of WT using gasifier with the prices of electricity using other method. Finally get to the conclusion, which is WT using gasifier economically profitable? And so this is a brief timeline of this research, and currently I'm still in stage 1, which is gathering of information and doing the risk assessments. This is the end of my presentation on research plan of my FYP topic, waste to energy using gasifier. Thank you for your attention.